Close your eyes. In through your nose. Slowly out through your mouth. It just might save your life. Hello, my lovelies. We are on a journey from feeling broken to beautiful, and this is your next step with Jen. I don't know about you, but I found myself having panic attacks. And it's hard to let people know that you have those. Like, you feel like something's really wrong with you. And it was really weird because they would happen in moments that I felt like everything was okay. And then here I am having a panic attack. And I realized that that was just a symptom. My problem was that I was a people pleaser. I said yes to everything. And because I said yes to everything, the overwhelm would set in that I was responsible for so many things. So how do you, first of all, how did I stop my panic attacks? And second of all, how did I get to the root of the issue so that I could help myself and then actually help others? Panic attacks are really interesting because they really do make you feel incredibly paralyzed. It's hard to catch your breath. It can hurt in your heart, your brain, like everything is just so out of whack that you literally have a hard time just functioning. And so this is why breathing is like so important. I found for me that a lot of times the panic attack would come when the overwhelm came, when I had like 1,000 things to do on my to-do list. And so for me, right in that smack dab of that moment of the overwhelm, because panic is overthinking things, right? Thinking things that maybe not even are real. Fear, anxiety, depression, overwhelm, all of those things just crushing down on you, and your body's doing that. So what do you have to do? You kind of have to get yourself out of that moment. And so for me, I would race. I usually would happen when I was at home. That doesn't always happen for people, but I would race to my room where I would get on my knees and I would start to say a prayer. And it really, what I didn't realize that I was doing is that I was saying a mantra over and over and over again. I was trying to kind of get myself out of that situation. And so what I would do is get on my knees and I would pray, and I would just repeat over and over and over again, God help me, God help me, God help me. And then I would just kind of breathe. And it's really important to breathe in through your nose because that's where the oxygen is going to get to your brain the fastest, and exhale through your mouth. And if you can do those two things, where just even saying a mantra like, I'm safe, I am safe, I am safe, I am safe. You know, whatever that mantra is, God help me. You know, for me, it was like saying a prayer was really, really helpful. And then having those breaths. And then when I felt like I had gotten my crap together, you know, like I was starting to calm down, I would go and I would 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 and get the hardest, most craziest thing on my to-do list, and I would just get it done, the thing that I've been procrastinating. And when I did that, it would take that overwhelm away from me, and I would be able to kind of go back to feeling accomplished and awesome. What I realized is by actually acknowledging what I was feeling, praying, breathing, and then going and doing that one thing that was making me feel overwhelmed, it made me feel accomplished and together. But that is just the symptom, right? The panic attack is just the symptom. So how could I get to the root and really help myself stop the panic attacks? And this is where counseling really came into play for me. I actually started going to addiction recovery meetings. I knew that that I wasn't alone. I was a child of a grandchild of an alcoholic who was a child of my mom was a child of an alcoholic, and she had a lot of the same tendencies with food and rage and different things, and thought, well, that could help me too. And I overeat, right? Like I'm not perfect and I've got problems. And so I was really able to take the steps of the 12-step program and really work through kind of some of my own issues and things. The other thing that I realized is that I was a people pleaser. I felt like my love and acceptance had to come from other people. I didn't love myself. I felt like if I said no to people that they wouldn't love me. You know, I felt like if I didn't have everybody else as the priority, then somehow I was a bad person and I wasn't being Christ-like and kind. And that's a lie, right? The people that you have in your life that really truly love you, if you say no, they are not going anywhere. But if you say no to people and then they do go somewhere, they really weren't meant to be in your life to begin with, right? They were the ones that were actually being abusive to you. They were taking advantage of your kindness and your generosity and the things that you did for them all the time. And when you stop doing that for them, that they were your fair weather friend, right? That's kind of what happens. And so I realized, oh my gosh, I need to get to the point where I can say no and still feel like people are gonna love me. And also that I don't procrastinate and create these moments of just not being enough and not doing enough and not feeling enough. And once I was really able to get to the root of that, it really what came down to, what are your priorities? You know, and focus on those priorities and let other stuff just go. They cannot be your priorities, or else you're gonna get into situations where you feel burdened, where you feel anxiety, where you feel fear, where you feel panic attacks. What I found the root issue for me was that I was expecting people to love me because I did things for them, not because they just love me for who I am. And I don't know what it is for you. You're gonna have to figure out what is triggering, you know, your lack of getting your needs met and your lack of taking care of yourself, so that you put yourself in the situation where your body has no choice but to lash out at you because you're not listening to what your body actually needs. And so I recommend getting some counseling, you know, having a mantra, saying your prayers, really doing the breathing work to calm yourself, and then get to the root issue of why it's happening. And I don't know about you, but it was really nice to see my panic attacks go away. Let me know, is this something that has helped you? Is it something that you have gone counseling? What are some tricks that you do when you're in a panic attack? Because I would like to be able to share more with other people too. So get vulnerable, get honest with yourself, and I promise you that you will find healing and happiness on the other side. Thanks for watching. If you'd like to hear more tips and tricks on how to live your best life, like, subscribe, and do all the things, comment below. And we post new content every Wednesday. See you later.